Skincare is one of the most important things in your life that most people don't think about until it's too late. Because a lot of skincare is about preventative versus, what's the other word? Restorative or like fixation. I have brought Dr. MEENA KRISHNA here with me. She's a fantastic dermatologist, and I definitely could not like officially speak to this without causing some like HIPAA violations or whatever you call it.
HIPAA filter, HIPAA violation.
Today we're gonna tell you about how to make sure your skin stays nice all year round, not just when you put on makeup and hide all these, imperfections, whatever, which don't even technically exist.
First off, moisturizer is incredibly important. When your skin is dry, it's more inflamed, it's more easy for it to break down and develop other kind of skin conditions on top of it. I usually recommend moisturizing at least twice a day, but if you're only gonna do it once a day, ideally right after the shower. Even though it feels good while you're in there, hot, long baths or showers actually dry you out.
I said that in a previous video. I'm not suggesting that every time you need a good idea, you shower, because that will dry out your skin. And as you'll see in my skincare for people on camera lesson, is not ideal.
I usually recommend using a more moisturizing soap. Dove, fragrance-free for sensitive skin. There's Vanicream, there's Cetaphil, CeraVe.
Every product that Dr. MEENA is mentioning, I will have a link to it in the description if you want to check it out later for yourself.
You don't want to choose skincare products that have fragrance in them. It smells good, but usually for anybody who has sensitive skin, it can flare that up a little bit.
Moisturize right after the shower. Should you towel dry first? Should you do it while you're still a little wet?
It's a great question. Pat your skin dry so it's still a little moist, and that's when you want to put the moisturizer on right after, because it'll lock that moisture in place. The thicker the moisturizer, the better, especially if you have dry skin. Creams are better than lotions. Lotions are really easy to apply. Those are the ones that usually come in a pump bottle, but the reason why they're so easy to apply is they have a lot of water content in them, and it evaporates really quickly. You want to look for bland. Again, don't have a lot of extra ingredients that
they're bland because you have to add your flair to it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your flair covered up by someone else's brand. Am I right?
Hello.
Hi, Dr. MEENA. I am sitting here editing our video. Great job, by the way. I realized that I rudely cut you off when you were telling us why we want moisturizers that are bland. Do you mind enlightening us?
It's best to use bland moisturizers so that they don't have a lot of extra ingredients that you might be sensitive to.
Thanks.
Sure.
Eye creams are notoriously way more expensive than regular moisturizer. Would you say that the benefit versus just using your traditional moisturizer on your eyes, is it that much that you should invest in an eye cream, or should you just go with your CeraVe, which I use CeraVe, recommended by Dr. MEENA?
The most important thing is to make sure that that area around the skin isn't dry.
So that means eye cream doesn't matter.
Not that it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Do you ultimately need it? Maybe, maybe not.
But
when people ask, well, what's your secret for anti-aging? Moisturizer, which we talked a lot about, and also sunscreen. Does the sun come up every day? Yes, because it's sunscreen, not light screen. So even on a cloudy day, the sun still comes up.
oh, that's a good way of saying it.
Definitely you want to look for SPF 30 or more. Anything beyond that probably doesn't have a whole lot extra benefit. On your face, you're supposed to put kind of 2 fingers worth. And for your body, it's about a shot glass of sunscreen. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Wait, that's a lot?
Yeah. If not for you, that's
I'm doing
great.
it wrong then,
That's
because I
great.
am slathering that on. A lot of you may be at home editing on your computer. Do you still recommend putting sunscreen on even if you don't go out?
There's a really good, fascinating study of a truck driver. When comparing sides of his face, there was a lot more aging that happened on the side of the face towards the window.
You can just use regular body sunscreen on your lips. You don't need to use...
You could. I mean, it'll be thinner. It won't be like a lip balm. When I see adults a lot, they have lots of sun damage around the border of their lips. You need to protect your lips just as much as the rest of your skin. You know, the best sunscreen is the one that you're gonna wear. My favorite is not the spray sunscreens, but if that's the one you're gonna use, some of the spray sunscreens have been the ones that have been in the news recently about the carcinogens. Not all of them are like that. Some of them are very safe. They spray it and they don't rub it in afterwards. Because if you imagine a spray has all these particles that come out and you're missing some spots, right?
Yeah. For anyone who has a lot of hair out there, putting sunscreen on my legs just takes forever, and it uses a lot of product because like The hair gets it all.
Now I will say spray sunscreen is easier for places that have a lot of hair, like the part in your hair. For those areas, that's an easy way to kind of put it in there and spread it on there. Wear a hat. You wear a hat. Don't forget your nose, the back of your neck, your ears, the back of your hands, the top of your feet if you're wearing sandals. Those are common places that people forget. Mineral sunscreens are physical blockers. So what that means is that it reflects the UV rays as opposed to absorbing less. Both are good, but ideally if it reflects it, I think that's a broader spectrum of coverage, right?
Yeah.
If you had darker skin, they didn't completely rub into your skin and might have created a white cast and made you kind of look like a ghost. They're better now.
I just found one for myself that I am so happy. Right here, I'll link it down below. It looks like a foundation, and when it came out on my fingers, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna go on so well.
I actually use EltaMD UV Clear. I'm kind of a creature of habit.
I love me some EltaMD.
There is a new one of a new brand called Live Tinted. It's a moisturizer, primer, and mineral sunscreen all in one, and it doesn't leave a white cast, so I'm really excited to try that out.
I do know, only because Dr. MEENA has prescribed it for me, that if you want an extra boost in your skincare, there are things called retinols. Am I right?
Yeah.
Which are vitamin A derivatives. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm a good patient, y'all.
Well, there are retinoids that are usually prescriptions, and there's retinols, which are a lower concentration. It turns over your skin faster. It can also kind of renew that top layer of skin, stimulate collagen production, reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and so kind of, if you wanted to add that extra thing, you can do it anywhere, even on your neck. Your neck ages too. Your neck ages, guess what? The back of your hands age, especially if you're, for example...
Oh no, I've forgotten the back of my hands!
We've talked a lot about things to put on our skin, but we haven't really talked about a lot
What's on the inside?
Getting good restful sleep is also important. A lot of times you'll get kind of the puffy eyes, you'll feel more stressed out.
Been there. You editors out there, do not do it. Do not stay up till 4 in the morning editing your thing, because you're not gonna get a good night's sleep, and then your skin is gonna look busted the next day. I know it's hard. I did it last night and I knew I wasn't supposed to.
One of my favorite things to ask my patients is what brings you joy. One, because I just think it's cool to find out.
Oh my god, I wish my regular doctor would ask me that.
It calms you, it relaxes you, it decreases your stress, and guess what? It also gets reflected in your skin.
On your face.
Water.
How much water a day?
Half your body weight in ounces. You may or may not have heard a lot of people advocate for eating the rainbow. Every single one of those fruits and vegetables that has that bright color has different vitamins and minerals that are important not just for gut health.
This is the gay agenda. Eat the gays, basically. Eat all the gays. Your skin will be popping.
I could go somewhere else. Eat the fruit. None of us get enough vitamin D. And especially if you have darker skin, you really just won't absorb enough from the sunlight to make enough vitamin D. But a lot of times people will end up having to supplement vitamin D.
If you have any questions, leave them, actually, you know what? Email them to me, because that way I will have them saved in a file on my computer. Don't edit late, go to sleep! Hydrate!